show, the fast 5 things you need to know. We'll start your day off swirly, it's the toast. I sound amazing.
Welcome back to The Toast. Today's episode is brought to you by Babylist. We are so excited to talk to you about Babylist. Literally my personal new favorite app. I've heard about it for years. All of my friends have used Babylist. My swirly sister, Jacqueline Follet, I bought a gift for her on her Babylist registry. Babylist is the one-stop shop for getting all the right stuff for your baby. And visit babylist.com to start your registry for free or to give the best baby gifts. Create your registry this month at babylist.com/thetoast, and you'll automatically be entered to win a $500 Babylist gift card through the end of April. Full giveaway terms can be found at babylist.com/thetoast/rules. Whether you're building your own registry or helping a friend find the best gift, Babylist is a game changer. Hey, Jax.
Hey, Turdy Lou. Hey, Turdy List.
Good morning. Happy Friday.
Happy Fridays, you guys. We did it. It's very exciting. This one is an earned Friday, don't you find?
Yes, I cannot believe that this week was like White Lotus was like a week ago. Like it was
Barely.
This particular week. You know, exactly. Our merch launch, I was combing through the week to do Queenie and Weenie.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, a lot happened this week. I have worked hard.
It's been a week.
Correct.
I have worked hard too. Redheads came out yesterday, finally. It's worth the wait. We're seriously hysterical. I really enjoyed editing it. So take a listen to that after you listen to this. Whether you read the book or not, it actually doesn't matter because it's a book of short stories.
And I was really shook to find out that the Redheads chose a Lucy scorebook for next month, not to spoil it.
No, it's not a spoiler. Next month is Margot's choice. And I said, Sachi, do your worst. Like, I want classic Sach. I was like, pick whatever like romance novel you'd be reading next. It's kind of like what we need. And I know it's what you love to read. And don't feel like you have to pick something for the Redheads. Like
intellectual.
We want a snitch's choice. It is time, especially after what we read. Mm-hmm. And she provided. I will be reading my first Lucy Score book. Will be
your first?
My first. I've never read Lucy Score.
Wait, you didn't Things in Which We Hide from the Light? You never read that one?
No.
Wait, that's really crazy. That wasn't like such a classic book. Everybody read that book.
I missed out on Miss Score, so this will be my first foray into Score's world.
Oh, you're not ready. She's like really crazy.
What's so crazy, not that I'm going to read Lucy Score, is that we have to talk about it at a book club. And I feel like it's like all sex, so like what are we going to be talking about?
So Lucy Score does a good job of
plot
maintaining some level. It's not like the most plot driven. There is a story, but sometimes you read like a romance novel that's seriously like these two people are just talking so that they can have sex. Like there's no plot whatsoever. And that's where it's like hard to read romance novels because you're forsaking one for the other. It's like either it's really good smut or really good plot. It's like, what happened to both? Lucy Score is definitely up there with doing it well.
That's
it's
like
not
Tessa
the
Bailey.
most. Yes, it's not the most compelling book you'll ever read, but like it's cute and sweet. And she does good world building. She finds like random places. I don't know where this one takes place, but she's always like taking you to cute little towns.
Okay, I love that. And I feel like the Redheads community, like we need
smut.
a little, like we need a reprieve.
100%.
And I'm actually really excited to just take a left turn with the Sach because nobody does it like the Redheads.
But then you have to like sit and talk about sex with your sister.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Will be interesting how we do the book club, you know?
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to read with you guys this month.
I won't be sitting and talking about sex with my sister.
Correct.
So it'll be interesting.
Especially like your little sister.
My tiny baby sister? No.
Do I look different?
Yes.
Why?
You're wearing a pad?
Yes! Oh my God. You seriously are like so crazy the way you know my brain. Jackie sent me a gift yesterday. She's been telling me like I gotta get on the sanitary napkin game. Like she's actually been telling me that since before I got pregnant. She's like, all about bleeding out as opposed to using tampons.
But one in periods, you guys aren't ready for that conversation.
No, we are not. We are using tampons, please.
And true enlightenment is realizing that tampons stink.
But Jackie talks about them a lot in pregnancy, and she's like been kind of begging me, especially because I've been complaining about how like underwear in pregnancy is disposable at this point. It's so annoying to have to change so many times a day. Jackie was like, get a pad, get a pad, get a pad. And I was just explaining like when I think of pads, I think of like my first period and and like the big thick wings and like the big thick, like literally they look like old cell phones. Like they're huge
type ones.
Yeah. And Jackie's like, you have to, deconstruct everything you think you know about pads because they've made enormous strides. There are really thin ones and whatever. And I was like, which ones? She was like, you know what? I'll send you like an Instacart. Like I'll get them on Target or whatever and I'll send them to your house. I was like, great. I had forgotten that we had that conversation, and this big bag of snacks shows up at my house. And my building's always delivering like the wrong things to the wrong people. I'm like, we got someone's Target delivery, and I opened it up. I'm like, so crazy that this person who ordered snacks like has the same exact taste in snacks as me. Baked Lay's, baked Ruffles, sour cream and cheddar, Bagel Bites, Kit Kat, like so me. I'm like, that's so crazy. And I was literally about to put it back outside, and then I saw the pads. I'm like, wait. This is for me.
This is my plate.
Literally. And Jackie was just being like so sweet. It was her way of like coercing me into really believing the magic of pads. So I'm wearing a pad today. I've only been wearing it for like an hour. It's uncomfortable. Like it's just like this little, it's like a dick between your legs. Like I feel like a man. Like it's just this big thing.
But you
no, tampons are, tampons I never know I'm wearing one.
That's literally a dick between your legs.
Okay, no, that tampon is like a dick in your vagina.
Yeah.
But a pad is like a dick hanging between your legs.
Well, let me know how it goes today. I asked Claudia to do it for a day and vlog it.
We're not doing that, by the way.
Oh my God, it was just a joke. Like,
no, but I said what I will do is when I'm done with it, I will peel it off and stick it to the frame.
Yeah, because it's nice to have like a fresh nether region every time you go to the bathroom or every two, like, you know how it is when you're pregnant. There's a lot going on, and like it shouldn't be a concern of yours. And I actually fell into that lifestyle. Necessity was the mother of invention because of my cerclage surgery, and I was on progesterone, which if you've been on vaginal progesterone, like, you know. So I started wearing pads, and then even when I didn't need it anymore, I was like, I like this. It feels like a fresh pair of undies. Frundies. You love frundies.
I do love it. Like, there's actually no greater joy in life than like either feeling gross or being out all day. You take a shower and you put on a frundie, like a fresh undie, especially if it's like a granny panty. There's no joy in life comparable. I agree.
I think you're gonna like the diaper phase of things too.
I'll keep you posted. You guys know I will.
Yeah, but keep me posted. Thank you for trying something new, even if you don't like it. Like, I appreciate you listening to your big sister
and being open.
Finally. So let's see how it goes. But you look beautiful with your pad on.
Thank you so much.
It brings out your eyes.
I think you might be seeing the pad bring out my eyes, or I did do something also really crazy yesterday that might have shifted the way that I look.
Share.
I went to acupuncture. Yeah.
And was it everything everyone says?
No, like nobody told you like to prepare for being so bored.
I should have sent you an advance copy of the Redheads.
Totally. And people were like, so I posted an Instagram story from acupuncture just being like, I'm so bored. And everyone was like, you have to put your phone away. Like, it completely defeats the purpose. Like, part of the treatment is like the mindfulness and like really committing to just like opening up your body to receive the moxibustion or whatever. So I'm like thinking now I wasted my time, you know, and I have 2 appointments next week. So I will go in like more mindful. A lot of people listen to podcasts, they read. So I'll come a little bit more prepared.
Maybe a playlist.
Well, she was like, can I put on music for you? And I was like, yeah. And I was going to say like Taylor Swift. She was like, nature sounds okay. And I was like, oh yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, maybe not Taylor Swift, but I'm sure we could think of an artist.
Yeah, no, I need to bring my AirPods. I brought my phone into...
You need Louis Capaldi.
I just need something. It was like 45
Don't worry,
minutes.
Claudia. We'll turn your baby.
We better. We literally better. Me and my $200 an hour acupuncture. Like if this baby doesn't turn, he's going to owe me money. The amount of money I'm spending on like this nonsense, it better fucking work.
Yeah, it's all the money you're saving on a crib.
No, literally, Jackie, the baby's going to come out and I'm going to have an iPad. Like, would you like to tip 10, 15, 20%?
Wojers. That's a wrong attitude.
No, I know. I'm actually like having like I'm on a roller coaster of emotions when it comes to the breech baby.
You're lying.
No, when it comes to this topic in particular, like some days I'm like so beat down about it. Like last night I was so upset. And then today I'm like, you know what? Whatever will be, will be.
Yeah. Trust the process.
And whatever will be, will be.
And you have a lot of time still. And it happens in a second, right? In an instant.
Right. No, it doesn't actually. So I keep asking people. No one's been able to give me a straight answer. Like, when your baby flips, does he literally do a somersault and it's over?
Or is he
will I feel
turning?
it? So the acupuncturist said, and it was the best explanation that I've heard so far, so I choose to believe her. She's like, it's very gradual. So any movements are good. Like, he's not like that mobile. He can't do a full flip. Like, you're slowly turning and like making the belly. Yeah. So any movement is good. And he was moving a lot during acupuncture. So she said babies really like acupuncture, and she didn't lie about that either. So I'm like a believer. I'm not super skeptic.
Okay. Keep us posted.
So that's something that happened yesterday. Something that happened today is our last day to eat bread. I wanted to remind you because, you know, a lot of the snacks that you gave me were hummates. I have to just like house them today.
What about the chips?
They're potato. Yeah, but like the Kit Kats.
Wafer. Rats.
Wafer. Rats.
Megan.
And technically the popcorn.
Popcorn. I would eat pop. I'm not strict about Passover. Like,
I know
maybe I should be more ashamed, but I don't know why. Like, a lot of times, like, I feel guilt about, you know, certain things in Judaism, and that compels me to follow it. No matter, you know, like, even if I don't want to, like, Yom Kippur.
Guilt is a powerful emotion.
Yeah. And I'm very driven by guilt. And Passover, I'm not going to eat a bread. That's rude.
You're not particularly moved by it.
Yeah, I'm not super strict with it. I would 100% eat popcorn. Maybe not on the first day.
Yeah, right. Of course, the rules change with each day that passes.
It's true. But, you know, and I also have those matzahs that I'm eyeing in my cupboard. So I'm actually not dreading Passover.
But just make sure to like go hard today in the paint.
That's true. I should have made a parji loaf. I don't know why, because Passover, I knew it was this week. I was like, put the starter away. I threw away my starter because I have like discard in the fridge.
No.
And I should have made one more parji loaf. But I guess it takes me like a few days to eat it. So I would have had to like throw away a lot of loaf.
No, today is like this week in particular, and today is the day, like we're going hard.
Okay. That's a good point. I was actually going to go out to dinner tonight, but not in a chametz sort of way. I was going to get steak, which I could do anytime.
You should think about things.
Yeah, maybe pivot to an Italian restaurant.
It's also Coachella weekend.
Yay!
I actually am really looking forward to being a content consumer. I don't know if you know, like Alix, Earle, and her sister took a private jet and they're like staying in this insane mansion. I don't know if it's like a brand partnership yet.
Like that?
It's a good question. She's pretty good about uploading her TikTok to Reels, but you know the algorithm will serve you in a few days. Make sure if you're looking for things to watch this weekend, like check her out. I'm having the best time. I need her to post more content. Her and her sister are like seriously my favorite content creators right now. And they're just like crushing it. So like, yeah, take that private jet.
Have you decided who's the Jackson, who's the Claudia yet?
No, I was watching their vlog this morning actually. And I'm sure we have it as a story that they're on the cover of Vogue.
Turkey.
So digital. I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. I was watching.
We do have
really
it as a story. So if you want to,
I was trying to get their personalities from the vlog behind the scenes,
and how did that
where
go?
they filmed it. And it was good. I feel like I still don't really know. Maybe I don't see myself in either of them or you.
Yeah, we'll have to dig deeper. Do you know what I did last night? Something I said I was going to do. And on my content plate, something I watched.
Nobody wants us.
Paul American.
Oh my God, of all the things for you to cross off your list, we didn't need you to watch that.
You did. Claudia, it's so amazing.
Really?
I watched 2 episodes. I think there might be 3 so far because I know like the next one's the gender reveal. Oh my God, I was crying. I was crying when Nina
crying tears
when Nina found out she was pregnant, and then she's sharing it with Logan. It was and when he FaceTimed his mom. Oh my God. And like she has these like 2 sons and they're such like big dopes.
Stars.
She probably at one point thought she would never be a grandma.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my God. She just like was speechless. It was so cute. I like the show so much. It's so real. The first episode is all about pitching the show. It's like what they filmed. It's all about the show. They have a family meeting talking about if they should have a reality show. Nina doesn't want to do the show because she wants to get pregnant and she wants to be relaxed in her pregnancy.
Yeah.
And I also thought it was because she was like, you know, highbrow and like, you know, everything she's done is like so legit in traditional media and like, you know, reality
that's
show.
so funny. I don't see her that way.
Oh my God. I so see her that way as like so A-list, so cool, like untouchable. And she's so not what you would think she is. Like, in the same way Lexi is like so sweet with a face like that, like same with Nina Agdal. Oh my God, she's laughing all the time. Everything Logan says, she can't stop laughing, like crying, laughing. She's so down to earth. So is Jake's girlfriend, now fiance.
Yes, she's the speed skater. She's like an Olympic speed skater. So Jules something.
Yada. It's spelled Jada, but it's Yada.
Oh my God. I follow her on social media. I've never heard her name said out loud.
Yada. She's great too. And Nina eventually does get on board for the show, but it's really funny. They're very real. And their family is just like so crazy. And like Nina Agdal's just in the middle of it. Like she dated Leo. She walked, like it's just crazy.
I guess like she did date Leo. That's really crazy.
But they're so in love. Same with Jake and Yada. Like it's so amazing how they talk about each other. the show is so, I love so many aspects of the show because I think they're fascinating and they're so impressive and they like make so much money.
They are very interesting
and they
people.
just like,
they're perfect for a reality show.
He's just like in the car trading crypto and made $2 million in the car ride. Like they shit money. It's really enjoyable.
So jealous.
Watch. However, what's funny is like their bread and butter and the things that they got famous for and like what they do, their content is so not for me. Like when
not at all.
When they're doing like their Paul brothers saying like the pranking and like, you know, Logan flies a drone.
Do they still do that?
Like a little bit because that's who they are as brothers. They're just
but like on what I'm saying, like on what content? Where do they put it?
Sometimes they're doing content, but also it's just on the show. So like they're at like a lake house, and Yada and Jake are on a canoe in the lake, and Logan flies a drone over them, is like swatting at them, and Jake takes an oar and like bashes it into the water, and the drone is still working in the water. They're watching the fish, and then they also each live with like 20 guys, which.
It's so crazy.
Which is so crazy. I don't think Logan does because Nina lives with him.
Right.
But Jake does because Yada and him are still long distance because she's training for the Olympics. All these, they get like search and rescue. They're all in the water looking for the drone. Like it's just like, it's so male humor content.
Yeah, it's very male focused.
So like I'm not their target demo, but I really, really like the show. And there's a lot of love, but there's also like a lot of craziness. Like the way they have such a love-hate relationship. It's really
the two of them.
And I guess in the past, like when they were in LA, it was really,
yes,
really
there was
bad.
very bad.
Alyssa Violet.
Yes, exactly.
I didn't know about this.
I thought it was all like staged for YouTube, but it was very real.
Like it started off as that and then it bled into real life. Because how can you not take offense at these things?
Right.
And they just like hated each other. And now they have a really great relationship, but they still really get under each other's skin. Like Logan like just is constantly putting Jake down just because he thinks he's a truth sayer. Like he's like, I'm not just going to like, even on his podcast, he was like joking.
Kind of like tough love.
On his podcast, he was joking about Jake fighting Mike Tyson. Like, you know, who are you going to fight next, Muhammad Ali? Like, and Jake calls me. He's like, you're delegitimizing the fight, bro. Like, we need people to watch it. Like,
Jake's right. You could say that to Jake's face and like around friends, but not publicly.
So like, they're so much better in terms of like having a public brotherhood, but they really insult each other and hurt each other's feelings. It's painful to watch.
I think that's also brother tings. Like we're not used to those dynamics because we try to be sensitive to each other's like
we're girlies.
Insecurities.
No, but like we would just never have a fight in the public like that. Like
no, that also is like a true like only sociopaths do that.
Yeah, but maybe that's why they're as successful as they are.
No, that's why we'll never be famous. Here. That's why we'll seriously never be true successful people.
But it's really
well, you're a dirty whore.
It's really, really. I'm not even going to respond to that. It's really good. I would really recommend it. They're right for a reality show. They're so fascinating. And like, there's just so many, like, I can't get over Nina. I cannot get over Nina.
I know. I'm glad that you were able to accomplish something that you set out to do. That's huge. Like,
yeah. And I'm going to keep watching for their gender reveal. They have a big fight like a fake fight in the backyard, like a WWE match with one's pink and one's blue of like two hired wrestlers.
That's funny.
And then whoever is going to win, that's the gender.
Right.
Like they're so
That's very
crazy.
funny. That's like so extravagant.
They're so extravagant. They are.
Something that I want to check off my list to do today, especially since it's before Passover. I don't know if you saw that the Kardashians did a collab with Crumble Cookie.
I did.
Where like Crumble has like 6 new cookies they release every week, like new flavors. And this week it's 6 Kardashian cookies. Kylie, Kendall, Khloe, Kris, Kim, and Kourtney all did their own flavors. I've seen everyone talking about it on social media. I'm like, I really want to try it. I keep like wanting to try Crumble. I've actually had a bite of like a Crumble cookie, but I've never like, you know, done the whole experience where you like try all 6 of the week. And I feel like this is my week.
Yeah, it looks a little nauseating.
Well, it's very personal cookie flavors. And Kourtney's getting a lot of shit for doing a flourless chocolate cake. Like they do cookies, but some of their cookies are also like cakes. They're like mini cakes.
But I don't
Chris's
know.
is a cake.
Like after you're in your sugar coma from Kylie's sprinkle cookie, frosted topped sprinkle cookie.
You know that's the one that I want.
Oh my God. I'm sure this gives Kourtney a heart attack, like the dyes in that thing.
Yeah.
And you know they're not
like
using
8 different
natural
colors.
flavors. It's red 40.
Correct.
There's red 40 in that box. And Kourtney has to sit next to it.
The internet has pretty much declared Kendall's as the best. It's like a chocolate chip, chocolate cookie dough.
Yummy. Also, I know Khloe did cookies and cream. Everything Khloe does is just like good. You know, her house decor is good.
She did a skillet.
Her
it's a
outfits
skillet cookie.
are good. Like she just has good, normal taste.
Agreed. She's a very normal person.
Kim did Snickerdoodle?
Yeah, Kim's was really basic snickerdoodle.
Okay.
Chris's I've seen it. It's highly contested. It's either people's favorite or least favorite.
It's Adam Gottschalk's favorite.
It's a yellow cake chocolate frosting, which is like a unique combo, yellow cake chocolate frosting.
Yeah, but basic and good.
Oh, you know what?
And
actually,
you know what? Like Courtney couldn't. I'm glad Courtney did the flowerless one that will sit there because it makes the whole thing feel really authentic. Because if she did something like not, then we would just be like, oh, they're just slapping their name on it.
It was like when she worked with Boohoo.
Like she didn't bring the flavor to the box, but she brought the authenticity. And I think the box needs that in addition to everything else.
One good thing about my acupuncture is that it's right by a place that serves great frozen yogurt. Now, I don't want to say the name because it's like a New York institution and they're also a family-owned business, and I really like them. I mean, their ice cream is very good. I usually get carob chips when I go to this particular place. I don't know why. But I got sprinkles, and I just want to say their sprinkles, it was like literally having ice cream with gravel. I was like crunching so hard. It ruined my whole day.
I feel like sprinkles should be something that you like give up.
Why? Are they cancerous?
I mean, no. Of course, like they have dyes in them, which like most things do. I don't know. I just have a negative association. They're just like little sugar pellets. Like they're just so stupid and they taste like nothing.
Oh, you're so wrong for that.
You are
so wrong for that.
I have beef between
What is your go-to ice cream frozen yogurt topping?
Oh, like cookies and cream with Oreo will always slap.
Oreo is pretty much. You know, I've been doing a lot of.
I love a Heath bar.
In that vein, I've actually been doing a lot at 40 Carats. They have Reese's Cups like chopped up. Mm-hmm. That's fucking delicious. That's like when you're being really fat.
Yeah. And I mean, if you're getting the ice cream, like be fat, you know.
It's frozen yogurt. Like you can actually do it in a healthy way.
You could, but why would you?
I mean, I wouldn't. I know that I know people who get like banana slices. Like, are you okay?
Sick individuals. And then Reese's Pieces and M&Ms, again, like there should be no M&Ms on ice cream. I don't agree. I know we disagree, but the texture is wrong.
It's not an ideal texture scenario. I will give you on that. But once you can get past that, especially if you do mini M&Ms, it's really a pargy, crunchy treat.
No, it's like they slide on your teeth.
You know what? Don't sleep on. Most places don't have it, except Tasty Delight does, which is why I'm familiar. We need more frozen yogurt places to carry peanut butter chips. They look like chocolate chips, but they're made of peanut butter. A nice good French vanilla with a peanut butter chip topping is so fucking delicious.
Yummy, yummy in my tummy.
Yummy, yummy. Check it out. Highly recommend. 40 Carats doesn't have that. They need to work on that.
They're slipping.
We caught them slipping.
We got them slipping. Well, now it is time for the Fast 5 stories that you need to know, and I feel as though you need to know them.
I feel as though you need to know them too. I'm excited to dive into them with you because they're brought to you by Vivrel. So Vivrel is the first of its kind luxury accessories members only club, providing members access to borrow designer bags, jewelry, watches, and diamonds. So members can treat the Vivrel closet like their own, and they can borrow anything within their tier. Vivrel has no return dates. Members can swap items once per month or keep items for as long as they like. I know a lot of you guys do a lot of clothing subscriptions like this. Vivrel is so genius because we obviously love designer bags, but you can't invest in every designer bag that you want. There are limitations on budget. There are limitations on space in your closet. And sometimes you don't want to spend so much money on something that like might be kind of trendy. And in a couple of years, you like regretted spending the money on. And that's why having a Vivrel membership, they start at $45 a month, is so economical. You can literally like be that girl. You can have every designer bag that you want. And they actually carry good designer bags. Like everything that you could think of, you can find on Vivrel. And they have a lot of stock too. So there's always something available. And you take your pictures in it. You go on vacation with it. And then you know what? You don't need it anymore now that you took pictures with it. You can return it for something new. Also, their jewelry, they have a lot of really fine jewelry, really beautiful different accessories. I'm a big fan of Vivrel. Membership start at just $45 a month, and our code TOAST will get you to the top of the Vivrel waitlist, and it'll also get you 30% off your first 4 months of membership. So they don't just let anyone become a member, which I like, because sometimes, like, I feel like different subscriptions, like, you can never get anything. Everything's always taken or borrowed. No, Vivrel is very selective. But if you use our code, it'll help you get to the top of the wait list. Go to Vivrel.com. You can apply for a membership today using code TOAST for 30% off 4 months of membership. The code will also allow you to skip the Vivrel wait list. That's VIVRELLE.com. Use code TOAST for 30% off 4 months of membership. Today's episode is also brought to you by Squarespace, the all-in-one website platform for entrepreneurs to stand out and succeed online. So whether you're just starting out or managing a growing brand, Squarespace makes it easy to create a beautiful website, engage with your audience, and sell anything from products to content to time, all in one place and all on your own terms. So the year is 2025. Having a janky website or no website at all is really not how you want to be putting your best foot forward. Whether you're applying for jobs, you're looking to like create a digital portfolio, you have a e-commerce business where you want to sell stuff online. Your website is like kind of your digital, like your digital footprint and your people's foray into you and your business. And you want one that's pargy, but that can be really hard. Thanks to design intelligence from Squarespace, they combine 2 decades of industry-leading design expertise with cutting-edge AI technology to unlock your strongest creative potential. So design intelligence empowers anyone to build a beautiful, more personalized website tailored to their unique needs and craft a bespoke digital identity to use across your entire online persona. Also, if you are creating a website for any e-commerce purposes, Squarespace Payments is the easiest way to manage your payments in one place. Onboarding is really fast and simple. You can get started in just a few clicks and start receiving payments right away. Plus, give your customers more and more ways to pay with popular payment methods like Klarna, ACH Direct Debit, Apple Pay, Afterpay, and ClearPay if you're in the UK. You can connect your social media and multimedia accounts. It's so easy. So head over to squarespace.com now. You'll get a free trial. When you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/toast and you'll save 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. That's squarespace.com for a free trial. And once you're ready to launch, squarespace.com/toast to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain.
Thank you, Turd Space.
I thought you were going to say turd main. I keep trying to guess what you're going to say. I said domain and you said turd main,
I do need a domain for my turd main at
Turdmain.com?
I think so. What are we selling?
That.
What kind of business we in?
I mean, it's the age-old question.
Yeah. We're
Only you can answer that.
Turd mains.
Turd mains. I like that.
Maybe it's like wigs that look like your hair.
Oh, I love that. It's actually a good idea.
You would love it.
You would love it.
Okay, our first story.
Oh, wait. Your camera's still working? I know you're having some camera troubles. I want you to be aware.
We're live.
Cool.
We're live.
We're still okay. Cool.
Our first story, since we dipped into it, Alix and Ashtin Earle are all smiles on the cover of Vogue Turkey on National Siblings Day, which feels like a coincidence, but a pargy one.
Yeah, I was shocked when I saw this. Now, people on the internet are so quick to be like, it's Vogue Turkey and it's the digital cover. Bitch, where are you? In your mom's basement? Eat my ass. I thought this was so cool. Yeah, you can't get to the cover of Vogue America without, stepping stones. And this is still huge. They looked so cute. I love that they did it together.
Without passing through Turkey.
Yeah. I do wonder if it was they reached out to Alix and she wanted to have her sister on, because it was really shocking that it was the both of them.
Yeah. Are the editors at Turkey big fans
of the podcast?
Hot Mess. It's true.
Right.
And do they have to go to Turkey to shoot this? Where
No,
was she
I watched
the
the vlog. It was in Miami.
Okay.
Well, yeah, and they wanted it to look like Turkey, so they're on this turnt railroad.
Yeah,
and
they're
Jackie, and then she has to get up.
Them.
She has to get up because the bright line comes.
That is not indigenous to Turkey.
No, I do often wonder about those types of international
Harper's Bazaar
covers.
Vietnam.
Right? Do you travel? I actually don't think you do. If it's a part of the Condé Nast bubble, they have teams here.
Wait, I'm cracking up. You really think they wanted it to look like Turkey? Because it is a random sort of spot.
I didn't think it didn't look like Turkey, but I've also never been.
No, I guess. But the fact that I even thought, oh, was this in Turkey? I think mission accomplished.
Right, because it was literally in Florida.
But if they're shooting in Miami, they didn't want us to think it was Miami because they would have done more iconic
of
Miami
course,
shots.
The beach.
Not this fence or the park bench.
I don't know if Turkey is very fancy, but I actually think it's more gilded. It's actually probably a little bit more similar to Miami than we would think.
Oh yeah, there's definitely gilded. It depends where you are, but I feel there's definitely farmland and countryside.
Well, there's farmland and countryside in every country.
I'd love to learn more about the topography of Turkey. And even
Maybe
though the Earle girls didn't go, maybe they could tell us. What does it mean to be representing Turkey in this way?
So I do feel there's been a visible shift in Alix's content to being much more family focused. Mm-hmm. Even when she launched her vlog, it was our Earle family trip to spring break in Universal Studios. And now bringing her sister in on the podcast and then bringing her sister in on the Vogue cover and a lot of her vlogs. I feel that's been an intentional shift, and I think it's a great idea. And now they're kind of doing everything together.
Do you think it's in service of the Earle Girls reality show?
I think it's in service of they understand they're better off together than it being the Alix show. Because, you could anyone can be a popular influencer, but when you have that family, it's the Kardashian thing. It's magic when you have it. And so I think that they're seeing that, and their stepmom has had a lot of success on social media. She has a lot of followers on TikTok. So they're all sort of doing their own thing. And there is this very organic, authentic interest in their family because they are very wealthy. The stepmom and the dad have this very interesting sort of scandalous story.
Everyone's attractive.
Everyone's good looking. The kids who are like the blended kids, the younger kids are very cute and like they love TikTok and they're always doing crumble cookie reviews. Like they're kind of made for it. So I think that they're really leaning into it now. And I think also the dad managing her and Ashtin as of like last year probably had a lot to do with that too. And maybe that's why they didn't want to be on the podcast anymore. But I feel like I'm seeing this shift, and I think it's actually really good.
I think so too. I love family content. And
me too.
Do you think
you could still be fun? And
do you think they're the next Paul brothers?
Like, kind of, yeah, right. For the swirlies, I could see that.
Yeah. I'm down. I like everything that she's doing. These pictures are really beautiful, and it just highlights how they like this should. It wouldn't be right now, but like if this were Vogue America, it would be an amazing cover.
Yeah, I guess like I don't think if Vogue America does digital covers, but if they did, like this would be a great one.
Yeah. I mean, they would never like put Alix Earle on at the current junction, but like if they did, it would be amazing. Like sometimes you see, you know, Harper's Bazaar Vietnam and you're not like, oh, that should be a Vogue cover. But like sometimes we see British Vogue where like that just makes American Vogue look bad. I feel like this looks really good for them and I can see them on the cover of Vogue.
I also feel like this doesn't put them completely out of the running, at least Alix, to be at the Met Gala.
At least the Turkish Met Gala.
No, but you know what I mean. Like Vogue Turkey, like you can clown on it as much as you want. Not you, I'm saying. Like I see people on the internet. It is a part of Condé Nast proper. No, I'm not saying you. I'm saying like people are.
It's just like we just have to say like Turkey, and it's just like funny.
But it's a foot in the door of Condé Nast. Like it's very real. There are some like unaffiliated Vogues. Like you can tell. Like they're like spun out on their own. Vogue Turkey like is legit. And so I do feel like we will see Alix Earle at the Met Gala. Why wouldn't we? They always dip into very small amounts of influencers and especially TikTok. And she's really that girl. She is.
I said that she should be there and she should be there.
Her and Nara Smith, I think, will be there.
Yeah.
Representing the digital swirlies. And I feel represented.
I love that. Well, congrats to the girlies. The pics are beautiful. I'm happy.
Their mom must be so proud.
I'm happy for Vogue Turkey. They had a great idea.
1000%. Like flawless execution. We love to see it start to finish.
Yeah. Are you ready for our next story? Some sad news because Eric Dane has announced that he has been diagnosed with ALS and he's actually going to begin filming Euphoria season 3. So Eric Dane is already headed back to work after revealing his ALS diagnosis. He will begin filming season 3 of Euphoria on Monday, just 4 days after announcing he has the neurodegenerative disease, which causes loss of muscle control over time. He said, I feel fortunate that I'm able to continue working and I'm looking forward to returning to the set of Euphoria next week.
I mean, so sad. ALS is like Lou Gehrig's disease for those who don't know. And it's just like over time, it can take years. Like your body just completely decomposes and like stops working. You lose your motor skills, your ability to talk. And it's really hard. Obviously, I follow Brooke on TikTok who has ALS and she was on our show too. So I feel like I actually know a lot about it from her. And it's great that like he's still at the stage where he can continue to work and he should. And honestly, Euphoria being pushed back for as long as it was probably really annoying for him.
Yeah.
Time isn't on his side. But this is so sad.
So sad. And I saw he was getting divorced from Rebecca Gayheart, who was his wife, but they put their divorce on pause.
Oh, have they?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that he was getting divorced. He's very handsome.
He is very handsome.
Kind of reminds me a little bit of like what Bruce Willis is going through. Like you could be the most famous person in the world on the top show, but it's like a disease like that comes and it just like nobody cares that you're famous. Like it's just, it comes for everyone. What does he have? He has dementia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, really sad.
Really sad. So this is very sad news.
And people love Eric Dane because he's from Grey's Anatomy. So he's like a...
Steamy.
Is he McSteamy?
And Patrick's McDreamy.
Yeah, you're right. And they're both not on the show anymore.
I don't know about Patrick. But I saw this as former Grey's Anatomy. So
yeah, no, I don't think he's on.
Dreamy's not on.
Got it. So he means a lot to a lot of people. Steamy's not on, but Dreamy made a cameo like 2 years ago. Everyone was talking about it. Do you remember that? It was a dream sequence.
It was a dreamy sequence?
Yes, a McDreamy sequence.
No, I don't remember that. I'm shocked that you
do. Oh,
do.
You don't remember everyone talking about it? I do.
No, I'm shocked that you do.
Really? It was like the biggest thing. It's like my job.
You didn't even remember what you said about Peppa Pig 3 weeks ago.
Because Peppa Pig is inconsequential. That's the point. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Because Peppa Pig is disgusting.
Yeah, I said it like that. I felt the intonation too. Because Peppa Pig is disgusting. No, I do remember. I remember when he made his cameo.
Oink,
It was like a
oink,
really big
bitch.
deal.
Ring a
Oink,
bell.
oink, bitch. Yeah. No. And by the way, I like watched the clip yesterday. Like now I'm remembering everything.
And at least you got to experience it like as if you weren't the person who said it.
Like a viewer.
And you thought that girl was funny?
Yeah, she was a little fat. No, I'm kidding. You listen, you're not going to stop me.
I'm not engaging.
Okay.
Disengaging. So, Euphoria season 3, are you going to watch?
I don't know. I think that when it was on, I felt a little old to be watching it.
No.
And now they've taken so much time. I'm 30. Although it is, I believe I read that the next season they jump forward 5 years.
Okay.
Which kind of sucks because they left us in the craziest cliffhanger. Like, seriously, Rue, is that her name? Rue, yeah. Which is Zendaya's character, like, made one of the worst fucking decisions. Like, it cost her life. And then you never found out what happened. And now I hear that they're jumping forward 5 years. So I feel like maybe, like, Rue goes to jail for 5 years and now she's getting out. That's just, like, a feeling I have. Given what happened at the end of season 2. So maybe I'm not too old to be watching it. Also have to say if they are skimming, because it's been 5 years. Like,
Yeah.
maybe I'm right on time.
Right. Okay.
But I'm not like counting down the minutes. I'll have to see like where I'm at in my life. Do I have a lot of free time
Yeah.
when Euphoria comes out, or
Is that,
am I
and
just
also
busy?
like, is that the vibe that you're looking for?
Yeah,
with your-
the show used
with
to give
your
me the
limited
worst
free time.
anxiety. Oh my god,
You're not going to be watching shows like that.
Yeah, that contribute like poorly to my mental health.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are you ready for our next story? Speaking of, Justin Bieber has quit Drew House, his fashion brand, on the heels of a confrontation with the paparazzi. Now, Page Six is calling it a bizarre paparazzi meltdown. However, that feels very subjective.
Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, oh, what's he doing? And he was just like yelling and honestly spitting facts at paparazzi. He was just like a classic celebrity having had enough of the paparazzi for a moment.
Yeah, but like his shirt was half on, and usually when
Yes.
celebrities are yelling at paparazzi, like they're not headed towards a good place. You know, it's always like one step before the haircut.
Oh, that's really funny. I actually don't agree with that.
Why?
I
Who
think-
yells at them? Britney Spears and the Umbrella, and Kanye and Alec Baldwin and Justin
Yep.
Bieber. And, you know, after, like, it's hard with Justin Bieber because I feel like he posts stuff that's, like, seriously so concerning, right? Like,
Yes.
if a friend of mine posted that, like, I would call their
call
mom,
them up.
And
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
say, like, you might want to take a look at this.
Right.
But then he, like, goes on and everything's fine, and him and Haley. And then just yesterday, they're spotted in Palm Springs. They're going to Coachella. Like, everything's fine.
I know. I, for one, I'm like not worried about Justin Bieber, even though, like you said, his digital footprint is, you know,
Worrisome.
a little worrisome. And yes, he did like yell at photographers. But honestly, I feel like photographers need to be yelled at. And I didn't find that concerning. No, I feel like I can think of a couple of celebrity encounters where they just have like had enough with the paparazzi. Like Hillary Duff, when she was being like literally followed and she had her son and she was like, you just leave me alone. Like, I don't know. I feel like that's not an indicator of like a psychosis, you know? But and again, he looks crazy. I know. I feel like he's fine. And I also feel like the Drew House thing has nothing to do with the paparazzi thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, so he posted on his Instagram, he posted a screenshot of Drew House, which was like this brand that was his brand. He's always wearing like Drew House clothes.
Smiley face. It's like merch.
Yeah, he said, I, Justin Bieber, am no longer involved in this brand. Drew House doesn't represent me or my family or life. If you're rocking with me, the human Justin Bieber, don't waste your money on Drew House.
Well, I think that's important for his fans to know. Like they might be spending money and it's not his thing anymore. But what happened? Because it was literally his thing.
Yeah, didn't he invent it? So
yeah,
what happens there? I feel like there are so many red flags, and usually I ignore them, especially when it comes to like their relationship. Like,
yep.
I'm like, look, you can't tell them nothing. But I don't know why. Like this recent spell, it's been like a few weeks, and I'm a little nervous.
I know, but it's like nothing ever happens.
I know.
It's
No,
like
they're literally
once a
together
year,
right now.
There's a flare up, right? He's unfollowing her. He's mental health. He's this. He's that. They have a baby. They're fucking fine. Like I don't know. I'm just not worried about them.
Yesterday, walking hand in hand in Palm
Looking
Springs.
so cute.
Yeah.
I think maybe he's like just eclectic and weird and famous and rich. Like I don't know.
And yeah, I don't know.
I care more about Haley, and I think Haley has a really good head on her shoulders. Like I don't think she like parties. I think she's just like really grounded in being a wife and a mom and a business owner. And she seems fine to me. So
But like how much can a person put up with?
No, I know.
Everyone
That's the
has their
other thing.
limit. Like
it's every week.
I'm sure her normal is so different from what anybody else would consider.
I mean, it was literally
normal.
this week we were talking about Francesca Farrago getting an email from an agency who's like paying to have TikToks made about Hailey Bieber
that's a whole
in a negative
other
way.
issue in her life. I'm saying like her normal with Justin. I'm sure it doesn't look like, you know.
Do you feel like they are under a bigger microscope?
O'clock.
Do you feel like they're under a bigger microscope? Like we critique their social media, their outfits, everything because of like the Hailey drama? Like I feel like they're not separate. I feel like they're not separate issues. We talk about them as a couple more, and yeah, they put up like weird things that everybody does.
So maybe for others, but really for me, like I'm seeing these two things as separate.
Yeah.
Like,
but also so much of it is lies. Like, right? How many times a year do we, Hailey unfollows Justin, and it all ends up being fake.
No, and like the lyrics about like the phone calls on the wedding day of Justin. No,
and there was
a
story
Selena.
like 2 weeks ago of a girl who made a TikTok being like, look, Hailey Bieber liked my anti-Selena video. And it went so viral, and it was fucking fake. She made it up.
Yeah, no, none of that really affects how I see them. Like, and even the lyrics from this new album that came out that make it seem like Justin's in love with Selena. Like, I think Julia Michaels' ex is in love with her.
Right.
Like, so I don't.
Phineas.
For me, I can separate the two. And I don't think most people can. But like, I'm just saying, I think in their relationship right now, he just seems like he's like worse than ever. But maybe he's not. Maybe
that's just him.
Justin.
I don't know. Until like something actually happens, we're like edging. We're always worried about Justin Bieber. And you know what? He's fine.
No, yeah. And I'll get to a point of like, oh, okay, well, that was nothing and it continues to be nothing. So I'm moving on. But
you feel like this feels different.
I don't know. I feel like I'm like paying more attention right now.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Okay.
So don't waste your money at Drew House if you rock with Justin Bieber, the human.
In the physical sense.
Is the moral of the story here.
Yeah.
Are you ready for our next story, number 4?
Yeah.
Gwyneth Paltrow admits that she regrets not having more kids.
Oh.
So Gwyneth Paltrow, who has 2 children, Apple and Moses, who are 20 and 19, with her ex-husband Chris Martin, recently admitted that she wishes she had more children. So she did an episode of her Goop podcast, and she said, my dad, Bruce Paltrow, used to say the only regret he had in his entire life was not having more kids. And I felt like that for a long time, she said. She told listeners that she began to feel more complete as a mother after marrying Brad Falchuk, who shares 2 kids with his ex-wife.
Yeah, she's also a bonus mom.
Yeah, so now she has like 2 more kids. She said in an ideal world, the relationship that you have that your kids in works out and your kids never have to experience divorce or blending families or anything like that. But a lot of times that's not the case. She said becoming a step-parent has been tricky because it requires a great deal of accountability, vulnerability, and understanding your triggers. And nothing quite seems to trigger somebody, especially women, like a stepmother.
Yeah.
So she talks about actually like the growing
dynamics.
Pains. Yeah, in the beginning of like having to everyone get together. She said what seems to happen every time is that dad is in the middle. The kids are having a hard time understanding and adjusting. They don't want to let go of the family dynamic they had, and the dad is trying to appease and play both sides. She said, despite the initial hardships, they've made the blended family work. It started to feel really light and really cohesive. And since then, we've had so many moments like that. It keeps deepening. It's such a particular kind of delight to see our 4 kids in their own relationships and being friends with each other and loving each other.
Yeah, I feel like when it comes to co-parenting, like they've got it down. Like I know obviously it's not perfect and what you only see what people want you to see, but just based on like her annual tributes to Chris on his birthday and Father's Day.
And Dakota and Gwyneth.
It seems perfect.
Yeah, and it's nice that she's saying like, no, it wasn't perfect and blending families is hard and that it all worked out. And it was like nice, like a nice idea that she wished that she had more children and now she has 2 more children technically, and she has this big family.
She also, I feel like, is always talking about her dad. Like she's like a classic Nepo baby, right? Both of her parents are super famous. I feel like her mom is more well known, like because she's a front facing actor, Blythe Danner, whereas her dad was like a TV director or something. But she had, when she lost her dad, obviously famously, it was devastating for her. Chris Martin was so upset. Watching her be so upset, he wrote the song called Yellow. Like, imagine. Gwyneth Paltrow is just seriously that bitch. Like, I'm sorry. I fucking love this woman. And so to hear her echo the statements of her father, who's like such a deeply important figure in her life, is nice. And then for her to like sort of fix it weirdly is really nice.
Yeah, it is really nice. And I guess you hear people say that, like, you only regret like kids that you never regret having more.
Yeah.
Like a bigger family.
How many kids do you want to have? I used to say like I wanted 5, but it's like now I actually have to do it 5 times. Like if there was just like, if we went to the grocery store, right? Like, and you just like bought them, I would buy 5 kids. Yes, ideally.
That's your ideal number.
Yeah, because I loved being in a big family and like maybe, one more.
Make it
Sure.
bigger. That's how I feel too.
5.
That's actually exactly how I feel. I love 4. And then sometimes I'm like, well, more the merrier.
Yeah, right? 5.
Yeah, but
like
then,
5
like,
was always what I wanted.
The practicalities.
Jackie,
of what
I'm
it
so
takes.
close to the edge, to the brink. And I haven't even birthed yet.
I'll be surprised. I'll be interested to see if you forget a lot of the day-to-day pains and struggles, because that's what the body does, so that by the time like you're ready, like you want to go again, you're ready, and you forget like a lot of the misery.
It's funny. Okay,
it's the body's way of survival, plus you're a forgetful person.
Yes. However, and I experienced this where like I really for a while had forgotten how bad the first trimester was, because like you feel so much better and then you just like move on with your life, and you can feel your body like sort of protecting you, like a trauma response, in forgetting about it. And I literally won't let myself forget. I remind myself every night. I'm like, we need to remember.
The North remembers, but I'm telling, like, eventually so much more is going to be going on in your life that like at night you're going to forget to remember that bit, and like
maybe
slowly but surely like it will go away, and you'll always like know, oh yeah, the first trimester is rough, but like you will forget the ins and outs of it.
It is also often a reminder that there are people who don't know that they're pregnant until they give birth, like these like sort of crazy medical stories. And I'm just like, I'm calling a bluff. There's literally no fucking way.
No, it's so crazy.
I used to watch that show. I didn't know I was pregnant on TLC, where they would like tell these emergency room stories, like dramatizations of like, you know, they thought they had a stomach ache and now they're a parent.
Like that's a concerning. You know, that you could be so aloof to your own life.
Body.
First of all, you didn't get your period.
Period.
Second of all, like you didn't notice a kick of a
nothing.
queasiness, a breast
for
pain.
me, a TMJ, an IBS, a carpal tunnel, a coccydynia, like literally how?
A belly.
Like literally how?
No, that's like serious negligence.
Agreed. On bodily autonomy.
Yeah, really funny.
Well, that's a perfect a segue into Babylist, which is our lead sponsor today. We are big fans of Babylist, the one-stop shop for making it easy to at least feel prepared for your first baby. There's a reason it's the internet's favorite registry. I have a very complicated, relationship with being prepared, because so much of our religion and our superstition is like to just not think about it until, we're not putting down roots. It's just whatever. But the type A freak in me, like I'm in hell. I want to have like a nursery. I want everything already. Mm-hmm. And so Babylist has actually been such a fabulous app for me. I downloaded it a couple of months ago just to get organized. Like they make it really easy to like learn a lot about different products. You can create checklists, and obviously you can create registries. But I have found it, like, as somebody who feels overwhelmed by information, I have found it to be most helpful in that sense, like just getting organized a little bit, because there's only so much I can do for a few more weeks.
Yeah. No, it's such a great app to get your mind organized. You still don't have to buy anything, but like, exactly what would be coming. You know that your friends and family don't have to text you and ask you what you want. They have where to go, right, and they can get you exactly what you want. Like, it's seriously so genius. And then once you have that like add to Babylist bookmark button on your bookmark bar, like
you're set.
All of a sudden, like I'm at Prada.com.
Right.
Add to Babylist.
That's the other thing. It's like so much information, so many products, like the Duna and the Nuna, like how you're supposed to know the difference between the two of them. Babylist really makes it easy every step of the way. And whether you're browsing, saving, purchasing stuff, as you're figuring it out, even if you're not buying it right now, it's just such a great resource, because it's really important to find products that meet your needs and your lifestyle as your family grows. And so I had used Babylist like a million times buying for other people. So I was familiar. And one of my favorite features is when you buy something, they're like, I discovered this. They were like, do you want Nikki and Jordan to send you a thank you card? And I was like, no. Because I'm a nice fucking person.
No,
and I'm like,
that someone gives birth and then has to sit down and write thank you cards.
She gave birth to twins. Okay. I'm like, please do not send me a gift card. Thank you card. It's actually really brilliant. And Ben has been having a lot of fun on Babylist as well. They have like a universal registry, so you can add anything from any store. And so Ben is obviously registering for baby golf clubs. He's getting like really nuts. But it's fun because the universal registry just allows you to literally get whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you need like the OGs, like the car seats. Like we need to be prepared.
Of course, the Kikaroo, Peanut.
Right.
Yeah.
But we're having fun as well.
Yeah, of course, as you should. They make it fun.
Visit Babylist to start your registry for free or to find your friends' registries and give the best baby gifts. And make sure to click the no, I don't want to send a thank you card. Create your registry this month at babylist.com/thetoast and you will automatically be entered to win a $500 Babylist gift card through the end of April. The full giveaway terms can be found at babylist.com/thetoast/rules. Whether you're building your own registry or helping a friend get the best stuff, Babylist is a game changer. I want to like delete my registry and make a new one so I can win that gift card.
Do it.
Yeah, I think I will.
You haven't sent the link, have you?
Project. No, I haven't.
Secret project.
Secret project alert.
Well, thank you, Babylist. Such a fab
Yes.
sponsor. I'm so happy to spread the gospel because, like, if you
Me
didn't
too.
know about Babylist, like, it's about to change your life.
And no, I feel like everybody knows about Babylist.
I didn't know about it until my time came.
Oh, I guess like I knew about it because I was like a little late to the party.
Yeah, and you're always getting gifts for people because you're such a giver.
Yeah, I'm so generous. Yeah.
Except for yourself.
Except for myself, of course.
Our fifth and final story, Dove Cameron is making news on Armchair
Yes.
Expert. So Dove Cameron, if you don't know her, she's from Liv and Maddie on Disney Channel, but she's also from Descendants 1, 2, and 3. I would recommend skipping 3, but don't sleep on Descendants 1 and 2.
One of our older listeners, she's like one of the most recent it girls to come out of the Disney machine.
She's actually the same era as Sabrina Carpenter.
Sabrina Carpenter and Olivia Rodrigo.
Olivia Rodrigo. It's like a smidge later. Peyton List. Some of these girlies, they're post Miley and Selena.
Yes.
Some of you might have slept on them and you were wrong for that because look at Sabrina. And I did not sleep on Dove Cameron. And now my hard work is bearing fruit because everyone's seeing what I've seen for so long.
She also very famously dates the lead singer of, I call them Mainskin. Apparently it's like Måneskin or whatever.
From Euroskip?
From Eurovision, yeah. That like rock band.
Yeah, and they sing the cover of that song.
Yes.
Hold on. I didn't know she dates Mainskin.
Okay, I'm not making that up, right?
And she previously dated Thomas Doherty from the Gossip Girl failed reboot.
Oh,
and
yes.
Tell Me Lies, the guy, Leo. You guys,
yes,
she literally invented him. She dated him before because he played the pirate in Descendants.
Yeah, Dove Cameron's in a relationship with
Begging.
Damiano David, the lead singer of Italian rock band Måneskin.
That's really crazy. They've
been together since, 2023.
They do the cover of Beggin'. Beggin', begging you.
No, that's not the begging song.
It's not?
No.
You're lying.
Oh, no, wait, maybe it is.
Don't make
They
me
went to
look
the
like
Met
a
Gala.
fool.
They went to the Met Gala. He's really hot.
Did Dove go to the Met Gala? I think she did.
Yeah, I'm saying they went together.
Oh, they. I thought you meant Mainskin.
Oh, no. The other members of Måneskin, like, we don't know them.
She's actually like a long-term relationship girly because she had 2 serious relationships. She's actually just talking about them, how they were like quite toxic. And she's been through a lot. So she's on Armchair Expert and she's talking about, Armchair Expert things. And she was sharing how her dad committed suicide when she was 15, when she started on Liv and Maddie. And it was just like a crazy time. And she's going through the details of like being 13, 14, and 15 and like living with her dad who had serious depression or like going to visit him for the summer and just like these really crazy anecdotes. And she's also so well-spoken
And like mature. She's not like overly emotional. She seems like really like healed.
Yeah. And like thoroughly therapized. And she said that she's like, I've excavated all of this in therapy, like my personal family history and like going back, like at the time she was like 13, 14 and her dad was seriously depressed and she thought that he was mad at her. So she would like try even harder and he would just like reject her, but he was like pushing her away because of what he was going through and like knowing, what his plans were. Well, and
that's really sad.
Yeah. So I watched a lot of clips from the episode and I've never watched as many clips from Armchair Expert. And I have to say, like, I understand now why Dax Shepard.
You get the hype?
I get the hype. He's extremely, I feel like the term emotionally intelligent is overused, but like he interjects with like, oh, he was like, that I imagine that would make me feel blank. And it's like, the person's like, yes, exactly. And it's actually like, it's not
like a conversation.
It's a conversation, but he takes it deeper than you would think. And I didn't realize he was like so muscular.
Okay. Well, so I meant to tell you this.
I thought he was like tall and skinny.
Last night, I very weirdly, like I could not find something to watch. Me and Ben started Parenthood. We only watched one episode, and I can't lie, I didn't like it. Ben liked it. But Dax Shepard is the star.
Okay.
So is Lorelai Gilmore, Lauren Graham, and Mae Whitman. And that story we were saying last week, remember that Lorelai Gilmore went on Armchair Expert talking about Mae Whitman. Now I understand like how it's all connected because they're obviously like lifelong friends from the show, and it wasn't like a big secret that she revealed. Like she obviously had Mae's permission. They're like,
what about
friends.
maybe Funke? Was she there?
Wait, so is Mae Whitman maybe Funke? No.
No, Mae Whitman is Anne.
No, she is. Oh yeah, she's Anne. Yeah.
And then maybe Funke is someone else.
It's sort of like an unknown.
Hold on, we need to
whatever. All that to say, like I had never seen Dak Shepard act before. I know him as like Kristen Bell's husband and like a podcaster. So it was very, shocking to see him doing his thing. And yes, he is muscular.
Yeah. No, and he's got Riz, I would say.
Oh, were you like, it sounds like you were being dazzled by Dak Shepard, dazzled by the Dax and Jax.
More so than I would have ever expected. Because I just know Armchair Expert exists. I know people love it. I know like big celebrities go on it. I had no idea what they do there. I imagine
I've actually also never seen a clip of it. Like I didn't know what their studio looked like.
Yeah, and he has a co-host who also is
Monica.
Just as like warm and compassionate.
Yeah, I think they get a lot of really good guests, obviously because he's really famous and like well connected, but because I think they like foster a really lovely environment.
Yeah, and they know how to like have conversations and get people to open up without prying.
Yeah,
because she was like, I don't know how deep we go on this podcast, and he's like, oh no, we go deep. So it wasn't even him making her go, like she felt like she was going in.
She felt like she wanted to share.
Yeah, so I think
the only person who would disagree with what we're saying is JVN. JVN like has a horror story. Like it's like his Roman Empire is the episode of what's it called? Armchair Expert that JVN was on. But other than that, I think like celebrities love it.
Yeah. I don't know exactly what Dove was promoting. Maybe a new album. I think she makes a lot of music.
She did also do a musical performance on like a Colbert, I forget which one, late night show, that I saw pretty recently. So she's probably doing new music. Her music career has not gone off in the way that I think it needs to. She's extremely talented.
But yeah, I followed her for a really long time, and like I'll always be a fan of hers. I think she's great and really talented. But I like stopped following. I've just like moved on. But I'm so happy to see her. I feel like she's starting to get her flowers a little bit. I've been seeing her like more and more.
I feel like she's going to have a very similar trajectory to Sabrina Carpenter. People slept on Sabrina Carpenter, and she was like doing the most for years. Like after Disney, after contract was up, she just like kind of couldn't get arrested. And then it was this happy. And then she also had that big scandal with Olivia Rodrigo, which like made it worse for her. And then everything sort of aligned and people started to take notice. And I think maybe that'll happen with Dove Cameron because she is supremely talented.
Yeah, but like the music has to be good. Even when I was like a huge fan of hers, like the music was always just like very not what I wanted to hear coming off of Descendants, like very like dark and artsy and it's just like not for the masses. I don't know what she's putting out now, but she has an amazing voice. She's obviously very
Actually, the
smart.
clip I saw of her performing was like very dark and artsy.
Okay, dartsy.
Yeah, and now with the main skin boyfriend, that's like so his vibe too.
Right. She's not coming out of that for a while.
No, we need her to date like
bops. But this is who she is. Like even the way that she speaks on that, like she's not going to be making.
No,
she's not headed to the One Direction factory for timeless hits.
Well, then we all suffer.
Yeah, but that's I think she seems happy and.
Yeah, she does well.
But I think she's making a lot of waves right now with this podcast, and I'm happy for her. I'm happy for Dax as well.
Huge moment for podcasters.
Finally, after how many years he's been doing it, that I finally caught a glimpse of the show.
It's actually really crazy that like I've never seen a clip of his show. His clips like don't go viral.
Yeah, but also like his guests are not like the swirlies usually.
Yeah, that's
They're
true.
Not super swirly.
No, super swirly.
And the combos aren't super swirly. I wouldn't even say this combo was super swirly.
No. Should we dive into Queenie and Weenie, our final segment of the week, now that we've done the Fast Five? And they were really pargy. Well done.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, there was like 6 today. I had to trim them. So I guess you might have to wait till next week.
To find out what?
I don't want to like tease it, but like Jamie King did a podcast.
She did?
And guess which one she did? You're never going to guess. And if I told you which
Keeping Up with Sports?
If I told you which one she did, you might not want to talk about the story.
And now you have to tell me.
Jana Kramer.
Okay, moving on. Our final segment of the week, Queenie and Weenie of the week. One of my favorites, Jackie and I love to wrap up the week, take a look at the week at a glance, and give out 2 awards, Queenie of the week and Weenie of the week. They're pretty self-explanatory. If you acted like a Queenie this week, you might be Queenie of the week. If you act like a big old Weenie this week, you might be Weenie of the week. It's a 7-day title. It's not that serious. Let's dive in, shall we?
Yes.
First up, Queenie, would you like to go first?
My Queenie is the person who was going to be the Queenie of my last week. And I said, if he is still reigning supreme, he'll be it this week because we didn't do Queenie and Weenie last week.
Yeah, we didn't.
And that is the coach of the Auburns, Bruce Pearl.
Oh, you're a little delayed, but I'll allow it.
But he made it to the final too. The other coach who won is also a Jew, but Bruce Pearl has my heart.
Brian Perlman. Boop, 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 boop.
Yeah,
he's
love
also
War
known
Eagles.
as
Brian Perlman at this show. And no one did anything to me like that was more Queenie-like because I was ready to, realize that he missed his chance at being Queenie, and I know that would haunt him forever. But he is still my Queenie of the week. He lost with,
I love that.
with dignity. I'm glad I wasn't in a bracket because I would have put it all on Bruce, and I would have lost it all.
My Queenie of the week is a little Twitter account called Poo Crave. They made me chuckle so many times this week. And then because we spoke about them on the Toast yesterday, they followed us on Twitter. So now we are officially followed by Poo Crave. And I don't know a lot of podcasts that can say that. You know how they say like Peabody Award winning? We're are a Poo Crave approved podcast. And like what that does, and for anyone who doesn't know, because I feel like people were confused when I posted this clip yesterday. You guys know the Instagram account, the TikTok account. Oh my God. Twitter account, Pop Crave. It's like the yellow logo. They do like all breaking pop news. They share, when people post a picture from when people die. Like they do it's like a TMZ for Gen Z. And then somebody made a Twitter account that looks just like it. They use the same logo. Their username is not pop_crave, but poo_crave. But they format their tweets to look exactly like the breaking news. And every now and then you'll get caught but they're all satire. They're all parodies. They're all jokes. That's why the Belinda Zion incest scene that I mentioned yesterday was a joke, but it looked like a real Pop Crave tweet that I was like, oh my God. So it's such a funny concept. It's like harmless and I love it. Jackie and I were also victims of Poo Crave a couple of weeks ago when we said that Mikey Madison was playing Yoko Ono in the Beatles biopic because it was a Poo Crave tweet, not a Pop Crave tweet.
Yeah, Poo Crave I'm looking at some of their recent tweets.
Oh yeah, share them.
The Blackpink's Lisa is set to play Rosa Parks in an upcoming HBO miniseries.
No, and like the world is so crazy that you often find yourself thinking like this could be true.
I don't know if this is true because this is another one. I don't know if this is true. And they're just like, but Jake Shane predicts bossy bottom summer.
That's not real.
That's not? Okay.
No.
Okay, tell me about this one. Kesha's new single, Yippee-Ki-Yay, has hit number 29 on the Icelandic
It's possible, but I'm going to say no.
Icelandic iTunes chart, landing her biggest comeback in years.
I just want to say, Kesha's new song is so good. Have you heard it? Singing Yippee-Ki-Yay, Yippee-Ki-Yay.
Yeah, I've heard a little bit of
bitch,
it.
I just got a brand new guy. And T-Pain's in it. And it's like a little country pop. It's very good.
Shane Dawson is currently ranting on Instagram Live after his local Taco Bell wouldn't serve him Doritos Locos Tacos during breakfast hours.
It's seriously
it's like a
so funny.
Of Shane Dawson.
No, I know. They format it to look so real.
Yeah.
So they brought me a lot of joy this week and many weeks prior, and it's time that they get their crown.
That is funny. Okay, who's your... Oh, I'll do a Weenie.
Sure.
It wasn't a Weenie-filled week, I will say.
No, mine was like something that came to me. Like I've been like a hater of something, and I want to share what I've been hating on.
My Weenie of the week is guy talk. Weenie-like behavior.
Love.
Exhibited through and through.
He's actually the definition of a weenie.
He's the definition of a weenie. He culminated the season in a weenie-like fashion. And
yep.
He's got to take the W.
I absolutely love that, and I wholeheartedly endorse.
Thank you.
Your candidate. Mine is just, I wanted to talk about this, use Weenie as an opportunity to talk about something that I've seen that's really been bothering me on social media. So my Weenie of the week is a trend that I've seen people do, and it's like, I feel like you actually might fall victim to this trend.
Uh-oh.
What is with everyone making their own bagels? 3-ingredient bagels. Excuse me? Like, maybe I'm feeling extra sensitive because it's Passover and like I'm feeling extra grateful for bagels.
I guess you could eat a cottage cheese bagel during Passover.
Yeah, people making their own bagels out of like cottage cheese and literally the things that they pull out of the oven look like people's testicles. Like, it's fucking
yeah,
crazy.
They look like organs.
we have to stop making our own bagels. Like, especially if you're making them with Greek yogurt. Like, it's so fucking crazy.
It is. I'm so proud to say I have not fallen into this. I've not even been 2-ingredient bagel curious. And what I also find weird, I see people doing it who don't make shit, right? Like, they order everything. Like, why is this what you're making? It's not like they're people who like always are looking for healthy alternatives, always are cooking from scratch, like want a keto bagel. They've been waiting their whole life for this. Like, they're the laziest fucking people, but they'll make a 2-ingredient bagel.
Jackie, I'm so glad you agree with me on this. It's bothering me so much, especially because they couldn't look more disgusting.
And what's funny is I actually feel like a little guilty that I haven't done it, because I'm like, I sometimes eat a bagel and maybe I should have a 2-ingredient one. Everyone says they're so good and fluffy.
Bagels are perfect.
They're so fluffy, right?
They're the opposite of fluffy.
But
they
who
look
do you
like
blame
raisins.
for this, and why is it Bethany Frankel?
No, you know who I blame? The first person I saw making their own bagels like a year ago, I feel like his name is Bryce Harper, and he plays for the Phillies. And Ben was showing me his TikTok, being like, oh my God, do you know Bryce Harper from the Phillies? Like, he's popping off on TikTok, and he made his own bagels, and everybody was like commenting. And that was the first time I saw it. And then maybe it was because it was the first time, and then I started seeing it everywhere. And now it's just like a thing people are doing. And I'm actually really worried about our sister Olivia, because I feel like she's going to fall victim and like try to make it.
I know.
And I need to talk to her and tell her she
during
can't.
Passover, because what's the second ingredient? Flour?
People make their own. You could use almond flour. Like, you can make it if you have all your different dietary restrictions. Like, it's seriously, at some point, just have a salad. Like, it's not a bagel anymore.
Yeah, no, it is crazy. But the baseball player making it doesn't bother me, because like that's like an athlete who's like has dietary
Health conscious. I completely agree. I wasn't bothered when I saw it. And he was being like cute and funny. He has like this little TikTok show. Meanwhile, he has like a $400 million contract. Like, he doesn't need to be doing this. So like, when I saw it with him, it didn't bother me. Then I started seeing, I'm like, oh, this is a thing we're all doing now. I'm not participating, and you all are disgusting, because I love bagels.
Yeah, I have definitely felt not pressured enough to do it, but a little bit left behind, that I don't want to eat a cottage cheese Greek yogurt bagel.
Correct.
And then try and make it into a bagel shape, which doesn't seem easy.
So that is the best part of watching everybody's tutorials, is they make this cement sticky dough, and they're like, now we're going to format it into bagels. And they can't even get it off their
finger
fingers.
in the middle.
No, but Jackie, they can't even get it off their fingers. Like, it's so tacky and it's so not dough-like, because it's not. It's literally like mortar. Like,
yeah.
And to watch them be like, and make it into, look how good that looks. You literally made a rock.
No, it literally looks like ass until they put it in the oven and it like somehow rises.
And then it comes out and it looks like an old man's ass.
They put everything but the bagel seasoning, and like they make it look like a bagel.
They think that EBTB is going to save it, and it ain't.
No, it might mask it, but we know what's in there.
Correct. Well, I'm glad I got that off my chest. I feel lighter than air.
Yeah, I think it will come to an end soon.
Yeah, someone's going to get hurt.
I agree.
Because I'm going to throw one of their bagels at them. That's our show. What a great week. We are heading into Passover, but, you know, thanks to the beautiful Jewish calendar, Jack and I are back here on Monday. No episodes missed.
No days off.
Even though it is still technically a chag, like, we will be working.
We should have taken off Monday, because it is like Chol HaMoed, or
100%. No, it's not Chol HaMoed. It's Yom Tov.
It's Yom Tov. We're working on Yom Tov. Tisk.
So I'm wishing everyone who's embarking on this journey B'hatzlacha, good luck. It'll be over before we know it, you know?
Yeah. Have
and
potato chips, have French
just remember,
fries.
We have potatoes.
Yeah. And some of us have corn.
Right. And depending on where your family hails from, perhaps if you're a little bit more Middle Eastern, you also have rice.
I would eat rice and just take, claim it.
And don't forget about the legumes.
But
some people have legumes.
Like rice.
Oh, that's where you're wrong.
But maybe a little crispy rice.
So good luck, everyone.
Crispy rice, a little sushi.
I'm so hungry. Thank you so much for listening to the Toast and Monday Morning Show, where we deliver the fast 5 stories you need to know every Monday through Friday on YouTube. So you're watching us on YouTube, please feel free to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. We're also available as a podcast everywhere podcasts can be found. So it's Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, Public Video, iHeartRadio, CastBox, all the places where we listen to podcasts. Find us at Toast, leave a 5-star review. Beautiful, stunning, and wickedly talented we are.
Love ya. Bye.